Here we are, episode number 3 of Washington Huskies Dynasty. If you haven't watched the last two episodes, make sure to do that because major spoilers are about to happen. I'll give you about 3 seconds. One, two, three, and here we are now. 2026 training results. Our team is up to an 84. Traven St. Clair, the transfer portal quarterback, is up to a 94 overall. Our team, as far as quarterback depth goes, is pretty stout. Running back, we are going to be letting the true freshman redshirt Keyshawn. He's going to start. And then our wide receiver room is pretty good. So on and so forth. We have 28 coaching points. I am going to unlock Motivator. We have had 5 players drafted so far through our 2 seasons. We're going to spend 8 points to get QB to level 1. Our coordinators are still here. And that is overall the recap so far. I'm thinking about moving us into a different conference, possibly. Somewhere where we could just look at the conference overall right now for us. The Big Ten. Penn State is unranked, but they're still a 91. Ohio State's the number 1 team in the country. And our schedule is just not going to be easy. We have the number 1 and 2 teams in the country. So I was thinking about moving us to the ACC, which has more ranked teams, but they're lower overall. Someone like Miami, Louisville, Pittsburgh, SMU. A little bit easier of a schedule for us. But other than that, I don't think we really fit anywhere else. The SEC would kick our butts. So if we were to move us to the ACC, I think it would be a big deal. Obviously, we're going to have to move one team over to the Big Ten, somewhere somewhat similar to us. And I think we're going to be moving Florida State into the Big Ten. Just swapping Washington and Florida State. Just to ship them over to the Big Ten is an interesting move. They are a higher overall than us, so they should be able to compete in the Big Ten better than we would. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. Our rivals are going to remain the same. Apparent. Protect it. I'm not completely sure how all the protected rivals stuff works just yet, but we have some encouraged transfers. This sophomore quarterback is going to stay with us because he cares about pro potential, shouldn't transfer. We did get Johnson here. He's going to be the backup to St. Clair. Running backs, Adam is just not going to play for us. And now that I look at it, we let our true freshman running backs pair him with Julian and Keyshawn and all our other younger running backs. I think that we could probably have a good running season. So, Adam, go find your team somewhere else. Go walk on somewhere you'll probably start. Wide receivers, everybody's going to be staying. Tight end, same with that. And mostly the same for the rest of the positions. Because we need the depth at our, in our team dynamics. So, without the depth that we have, we would probably be, if we were all starters, our team would most likely be an 86 overall, somewhere in that range. But the depth is very much needed. So we're just going to let all the other players stay here at Washington. Now then, we have our schedule. We have 3 non-conference games. So we play Virginia, Washington State, Pittsburgh, North Carolina, Wake Forest, California, Clemson, Miami, Duke. We are going to play Oregon because that is their main rival. I absolutely despise Oregon. I mean, I'm glad they didn't win the national championship last year. I'm glad that they got beat, but I hate Oregon, if you can't tell already. Now, our recruiting board is set. We are going after 28 players, all at positions of need. Now, this 5-star is a busted gem, but he does not have that many offers. We're second on his board. And a good thing that they added to College Football 26 now is that you do have the chance to increase their development trait in training. So that gives me more hope for busted gems in this game than the last. And it makes gems that much better, honestly, because their depth traits already start off pretty good. We have found some 4 gems that we are going after. 2 on offense, or 3 on offense, and then 1 on defense. That being the Mike linebacker, Brian Moody. Looks more like a safety, 5'11", 222. 83 speed, 90 excel, has blow up and fan favorite. So I think he will be a good piece to the puzzle for the future of this Washington team. If we can land at least these 4 gems, we will be doing pretty well for ourselves. Now, there was some busted gems, 4 stars and such, but the good thing is we were able to put hours on everybody. So, I'll update y'all if we have any commitments, or if not, I'll catch y'all at mid-season. So here we are at mid-season. We are 4-2, which is better than we have been in previous seasons. Right now, here's what the recruiting trail is looking like. We have no commitments, but we are getting close. We did jump in late on this 5-star edge, and we had just jumped ship to first place now for him over Penn State, over the Buckeyes, and over the Cornhuskers as well. The gems that we are going after, we're in first for them. We took off some of the hours on this busted defensive tackle, still in the running for him, but everybody else, we mostly have hard selling on them. We did get jump ship for some of these guys, as you can see, this quarterback and this left tackle, but we are doing fairly well in the recruiting trail, only going after 15 players, but the hours that we have on them are definitely, I think it's the way to go. Alright, and we have our first commit. This Mike linebacker out of California. Alright, we have another commit wide receiver. The gym wide receiver out of Texas, specifically, not the 5-star, but we get the gym right tackle out of Utah. Fantastic. Alright, we have another commit here. Quarterback Grant out of California. Another commit. This time it is the 5-star receiver out of Michigan. Kaylon Rourke is now a Washington Husky. We have some couple other commits here. The Jim Mike linebacker Brian Moody out of California. Another one, Nate out of Honolulu, Hawaii. Alrighty, here we are at the end of the 2027 season. Your Washington Huskies finally finish with a winning record of 8-4. Not winning the ACC, but is guaranteed a bowl game. Most likely. Mid-season, we were 4-2, only lost 2 more games. Most of them were to higher tiers programs, besides this one against Washington State. We lost against number 9 ranked Pittsburgh. We lost to Clemson, who was a 93. We beat Miami, and then we beat number 3 Duke. It may not say 3 right here, but they were number 3 at the time. And we lose against Oregon. We're not going to make the conference championship, most likely, but still a very good season nonetheless. Now, I am running short on time, so I'm not going to be able to play this bowl game, so I'm going to end this episode before we play the bowl game. So, now looking at the recruiting trail, we do have a lot of commitments, more than we have had in previous seasons. We are going after this 5-star, as I said, at mid-season, but we lost out on this right guard and this right edge. But we have 7 commits. We have all 3 of our gyms that we were going after, some other 4-stars and a 5-star. And hopefully we can get this 5-star to commit, James here. We definitely want him. Ohio State jumped us, and he looks like he's going to commit to Ohio State. But we're still holding out hope. Hopefully he doesn't commit during the bowl season. Other than that, looking at our ranking nationally, we are an ACC team. We were 4th in the ACC and 22nd on the big board. So, great recruiting class so far, at least compared to the rest of the country in previous years for us. But that's where I'm going to end this one off. We'll start off next episode by playing the bowl game. Before I end it off, let's see what bowl game we actually made, because I am curious. This is conference championship week in a few weeks, I think. We do lose out on James, the edge rusher. Eli Holstein will win the Heisman Trophy at Pittsburgh. Did not transfer in this. And we have the Birmingham Bowl against Missouri. So that will be who we end up playing in next episode. I am DW Gaming and Sports. Make sure to return to see this banger of a game. Signing off. Have a blessed day.